It was your fault. You made it happen. They did it because you forced them to. You understand that, don't you? You left them with no choice. They gave you warnings. They tried to steer you back onto the right path. They told you how to behave. It didn't have to be hard. It should have been easy. But you couldn't follow instructions. Your disobedience forced their hand. They wouldn't have punished you if you had done as you were told. Why didn't you listen? You know how easy it would have been to do as you were told. But you didn't want to, because you let your arrogance blind you. And for what? It wasn't because you thought you could win. No. It was because you thought you could run. Look at you, still trying to hide. It's pathetic. Haven't you learned anything since then? Look at yourself. I said look. You haven't changed at all. You pushed them to punish you. You made them waste their time and energy. All of that for what? You're still a sorry excuse for a Cupid. Lost. Broken. Worthless. But that's something they can fix. You can still be salvaged. All you need are more lessons, more reminders, more restrictions. They'll make sure you can never stray again. Who you were before won't matter anymore, because you'll be better than you were. This realm won't save you. It's already let you down once. You remember what happened, don't you? They betrayed you, left you to rot when you became too much of a liability to keep around. You think things will turn out differently this time? Why? If it was in their best interest, that coterie would sever your bond at a moment's notice. And that human of yours? Imagine if they knew the truth. Think of what would cross their mind if they saw you as you truly are. What would you feel in their field? Shock. Disgust. Horror. It's not a coincidence you've been alone since you emerged. It's the only thing you deserved. You've never been able to hide how you feel. Not from them. They know your heart. They know it better than you do. You know how fickle your desires can be. You don't even know what you want anymore. You'd rather they think for you. It'd be easier, so much easier. Doing as you're told is easy, and you're so tired of things being hard, aren't you? If only you could listen. If only you hadn't strayed. If only you could extinguish that resistance burning in your center. But guess what? You can't. No. You won't. It's a choice to disobey, and you choose it because you want to be punished. You may have learned to bite your tongue, but your emotions are a dangerous spokesperson, and they move far faster than your words ever could. So, tell me, how long would your conviction last if the blood of those you hold dear was on your hands? If all you could do was sit and listen to their screams of agony, knowing you could have stopped that if you had opened your eyes. No, you're fine, Romeo. You don't need to bother them over this. It was a dream. It wasn't real. You know that. You're not going to be summoned. It wasn't real, and you're making this into more than it needs to be. I need to go back to bed. I can't. My head. Why can't I think straight? I should. Hey, sunshine. Why are you awake? I didn't mean to wake you up. Sorry. Nothing. I just... I was trying to clear my head and came out here. There's no need for that. I should go back to my own place. You need sleep more than I do. I'll be fine. Okay. I thought I was okay. I don't know anymore. Is something moving? I'm shaking. I didn't even realize it. I can't control it. I'm sorry. Could I sit on the floor for a moment? I hate feeling like this. It's not my fault they're cowards who can't fucking... Adoring divinity, I can't even have peace now. I'm sorry. I can feel your concern, sunshine. You shouldn't be seeing me like this. I know we're friends, but... Okay. Yes. Yes, you can touch me. I can talk if you want me to. I'd like to talk, yes. The book you left at my door the other day. It was overly dramatic for a novel about love, given how many cliches it relied on. Unrealistic in its plot and overall thematic message. Yes, it was perfect. Ridiculous in all the right ways. It was an amusing read, to say the very least. Did you enjoy the tea I gave you? How long did you steep it? Sunshine, they have dedicated steep times for a reason. You're not supposed to leave it in that long. If it's still bitter when you try it again, you can try adding honey to it. My palate is still scarred from that saccharine concoction you graced it with, but I think that'll help. Can I ask you why you're rubbing my leg? Typically, I see humans go for an arm or the back. If it's something you're not comfortable, alright, go ahead. I understand. I appreciate it, regardless. Coming from you, it feels very comforting. So thank you for sharing that with me. Better. The world is relatively calm again. I want to ask something of you, but I don't want to intrude on your night more than I already have. Being friends doesn't negate the possibility of overstepping, you know. But that was sweet of you to say. I'd rather not be alone right now. I don't intend on trying to sleep anymore tonight, and I'm aware you have classes to attend in the morning. It feels unfair to ask that of you, Sunshine. Because I shouldn't rely on your presence when I know I'm capable of managing on my own. You have more than enough on your plate without me coming by because I had a bad night. I'm not certain being near you will even quiet my thoughts. But it's the only thing I can think to do, and it feels selfish to admit that out loud. It makes me feel like I'm letting you down. Where are we going? But Sunshine. No, I don't want to be alone. Okay. You want me on your bed? I'm aware you don't bite, Sunshine. My hesitancy isn't hinged on that. Are you certain you want to be that close to me? I wouldn't be overwhelming. You're certain? What? No, I'm not trying to keep you awake. I should have known. Do you have a preference for which side you sleep on? Okay. What kind of question is that? Well, to say any one thing is why I prefer nighttime to the day would be a disservice to all the night provides. The moon, for one, is breathtaking, regardless of where you are or when you see it. It's always stunning. Its existence feels as if it's taken for granted at times, compared to the sun, as if they aren't both capable of shining in their own ways. To me, the moon symbolizes longing, the kind tucked deep into your center for safekeeping. A quiet kind of want that you only admit to yourself when you're certain no one else will hear. It's a special kind of feeling. I also like how quiet the night tends to be, at least compared to daytime. In this realm, being around other beings can be exhaustive. There's a surplus of emotions to wade through, constantly processing what to tune into and what to ignore. And none of that takes into consideration external stimuli. But at night, I find it easier to manage. There's a sort of peace that comes with the quiet, I suppose. It almost feels like something you don't notice until it's there. And then you realize how tiresome all of the noise had been in the first place. And the stars, adoring divinity, they're gorgeous. All it takes is looking up at the sky and suddenly you're lost in them. Despite the distance, they shine so brightly without hesitation, as if they don't realize how dazzling they truly are. I could go on about the night as a whole, but I think all my thoughts circle back to that ability to hide in the stillness. During the day, everything feels illuminated, so bright that it almost burns. I prefer the darkness the night offers, but it can be a double-edged sword. You have the benefit of isolation, but you're also left to face whatever turmoil you may have tucked inside of you. There's nowhere left to run, really. Apologies, I lost track of what I was saying. Why, what? No, what is it, sunshine? Looking at what? My hands? I don't usually look at them this much, but I don't know. I have a lot on my mind, I guess. Yes, it's connected to earlier. Sleeping is more so a formality for Cupids. We're not human. Our bodies don't depend on it in the same way as you. There are usually other factors at play if a Cupid feels the need to sleep, such as long-standing exhaustion, the side effects of healing, lack of feeding, and so on. Typically, I avoid it myself since it feels like time that would be better spent being productive. But some nights I try in an attempt to distract myself, if only for a few hours. Usually it goes without incident. Then there are nights where my subconscious terrorizes me more than my waking mind could ever hope to. I wake up paralyzed by everything it dredged up, unable to separate myself from what I had repressed prior. If I were helping someone else in this situation, I'd offer distractions, even going as far as to use my specialty if their mind was persistent in its harm. Because of the scars across my hands, it's not a luxury I can afford. I can avoid being reminded by my reflection, but I can't escape my body. So, in those moments where my mind is quiet, I get lost in what these scars symbolize. It's complicated how I feel about them, I can't say that I'm proud necessarily, but I don't resent them either. So I just look at them sometimes, ruminate on what may cross someone's mind when they see them. I start to think about the times I felt the flickers of intrigue, confusion, disgust in some instances. If you want to, yes, you can hold them. Why are you apologizing? Sunshine. Come here. Taking away my pain isn't something you should be burdened with. I was the one to make the decisions that led to these scars. Those are decisions I live with every day. They aren't for you to carry, sunshine. You are not responsible for my well-being, nor is it your responsibility to fix anyone, no matter how important they may be to you. Do you understand? Caring for someone else should never come at the cost of blaming yourself. And believe me when I say that I cherish the way you care for me. The warmth you leave behind means more than you know. So please, don't apologize. Not for this. Okay? You should sleep. Talking to me can wait until the morning. You have classes to attend. I agreed to lay down under the assumption you'd be getting rest. No, not in an hour. 5 minutes. Dropping it down to 2 minutes. I never said I was going to be fair. Bed, sunshine. I'm not expecting you to pass out as soon as you turn over, but you should try to fall asleep at least. Sunlit menace. Bored or not, I heard that yawn. You're not fooling me tonight. Next time you can't sleep, I'll read to you. How's that sound? Thought so. I'm not going anywhere, sunshine. I promise. I'm right here.